तुझे देख कर जग वाले पर यकीन ही क्यों तर होगा, जिसकी रचना इतनी सुंदर वो कितना सुंदर होगा।
क्या बात है।
I'm the happiest man in the world, and
So nothing upsets you. Nothing. There must be something that ticks you off.
Nothing.
Oh, come on.
The purpose of my life became to help people awaken and to reach the state of eternal happiness.
How can we do that?
That they don't know to spell happy. How do you spell happy?
HAPPY.
If you say HAPPY, you cannot be happy. You have pleasure, maja, but you don't have peace. And you don't have purpose. Happiness is evolving.
Pleasure, peace, and purpose.
You're wearing a beautiful dress because you want to look good.
I always look.
So you're blessed to be beautiful. Everybody is blessed with something. Correct. Narendra Modi doesn't say I'm blessed to be beautiful, but he's blessed to be our Prime Minister.
Yeah.
So, but achievement is only the first peak of life. People don't hit the second peak called fulfillment.
Gym आप regularly जा रहे हो, आप vegetarian थे, आपने non-veg शुरू कर दिया because you have to look a certain way. You would plug in बनूंगी मैं Miss India. Passion is a very frail word. It was हिंदी में कहते हैं ना जुनून.
Obsession.
I was obsessed. That's the word. I was obsessed with Miss India.
A child whose mother could not put cream on her face because of the infection, the whole face got corroded. She dropped the 7-month-old child in a dustbin.
No. My entire journey to, you call this stardom, you call this femedom, you call this my purpose, started from Calcutta. Exactly the same place where mom was shown the door because of me. I took the crown and I put on her head exactly in Calcutta that mom, you're the queen.
In your garden, if there's an apple tree, do you have a free will that on the apple tree you should have jackfruits? On the apple tree, can you?
How did you?
Everything happening in your life, everything happening in your life is a reaction of a past action. Stop breathing.
I can, not for a very long time.
You can, you know that. So you can, even you are not able to stop breathing because breathing also is not in your hands.
Yeah.
Who's making you breathe? You have fear or no fear?
Oh yeah.
You have worry or no worry?
Yeah.
You have stress or no stress?
Yeah.
Anxiety?
Yeah.
Some regret?
Okay, stop.
Your dad did not throw you out of the house for nothing, my dear. Never curse him again from today onwards. It was meant to be.
I think if that wouldn't have happened, I don't think I would have done what I did.
You would not be Pooja Chopra.
At all. I would not
so
be here.
So be grateful. I take one book a month.
And you don't write?
I don't.
Who writes the books?
It comes to me.
How can a book come to you?
I write all the songs I'm singing to you. I get a song in 10 minutes. A whole song. मंत्र जीने का
Come on.
शांति आनंद प्यार सूत्र जीने का शांति आनंद प्यार
AiR-Atman in Ravi.
Happiness ambassador,
a spiritual mentor,
Transformational author,
and a philanthropist.
Great evening and welcome to another amazing chit chat with Pooja Chopra. Pooja, namaskar and welcome to you.
Thanks.
So I am going to quickly give you a little bit about Pooja Chopra. She's an Indian actress and model and best known for winning the Femina Miss India World and making history as the first Indian to receive the Beauty with a Purpose title at the Miss World 2009. Congratulations. Based on her charitable work that she does in India, right? She has a project called NanhiKali, right? NanhiKali project, where she donated to help small girls fight poverty. She has gained immense popularity and recognition for her acting performance in Bollywood. Pooja has also been honored with the Times Most Powerful Award for her contributions to cinema. Again, congrats to Pooja, and it's such a pleasure, honor, joy to have Pooja as we welcome her to an interesting conversation. You know, she's coming from Bollywood and she's coming from winning the title at Miss World. So I'll just pick on that. It's a free-flowing conversation. She said I can ask her questions, but
I am also going to ask you questions. You can't skip that.
welcome. Everybody who comes to me, I first give them a little happiness ball, and this is what we do every day. We spread happiness. So it's a happiness secret that we try to spread.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
And let me also give you a book before we start.
I'm going to keep this on my bedside. It'll remind me every day to smile.
There's a little book called The Realizations of a Yogi.
Thank you.
That opens on the side. You just have to pull it, and then the book comes out.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
Whenever you're free, you can glimpse at it. And
I love the presentation. It's unique. Wow, this is one of the type.
So that's a welcome.
Thank you.
I'll just keep it for you. And yes, hopefully it will. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, Pooja Chopra, and my first question that I'm curious to know, you received the title Beauty with Purpose, right?
Yeah.
So, what made you get that title and what you feel about that award? Tell us something about it.
There's actually a very long story to it.
But just essence, yeah.
So I don't know how much you've read or researched about me, but when I was born, my father refused to accept me because I was a girl. So he literally abandoned my mother because he did not want a second daughter. My sister was 7 years older. So my mom was given a choice, blatantly given a choice, that either you get rid of her by getting rid of me, meaning orphanage, or get rid of me, like just
whatever,
get rid of me. So otherwise there was no place for my mother and my sister with me in the house, and I think that left my mother with no option. So taking me, I was about 20 days old and Didi was 7 years old. She had to leave my father's house and she brought us up single-handedly, mum. So since then, I've actually had a very, very soft spot for obvious reasons for girl child, right? Because my mum was strong enough to take a stand, and this is where I am today. Represented the country, done decently well for myself in Bollywood, sitting here across you. I have done something worthwhile in my life.
Absolutely,
and it's all thanks to my mother. But I think not a lot of women in the country are that brave enough to take that step, which my mother did. So that's why I think at every given opportunity, even however small it is in my capacity, to help girls in whatever way, to educate them, basically for education, I take a step forward and I do that, help them in whatever way I can. So after winning Miss India, I endorsed about 8 or 9 brands. And so I had told my agency that whatever money it is that we are dealing with after you get your commission, we are going to keep a certain percentage for this charity and organization, because now I can do something for them and I want to do that. And I think that is something that Miss World, I'm guessing, probably acknowledged. And I think when at Miss World also, not a lot of people know, Miss India, the 30 days that we're there at Miss India and Miss World are two completely different dynamics, how they treat the pageant. So at Miss World, there are more gala dinners. They'll take you to orphanages. They'll take you. So we were in South Africa. So we went to these tribal villages and all of those things. So they saw me not wanting to come back and just
you were naturally engaged with them.
So, so for them, beauty with a purpose title means that beauty which goes beyond your external appearance. So that's what I think they acknowledge, which was actually very heartening, because I didn't see that coming. I genuinely do it with all my heart, because I think my entire existence in a way depends on that, right?
It had nothing to do with you breaking your foot. I thought
No.
you sprained your foot or you broke your.
It cost me the title. Spraining the foot cost me the title because out of 120 girls, I was already in top 16.
And then you couldn't make
Because
it.
how could I? How could I?
But that's life, right? That sometimes some things happen in life. What did you feel? It's karma, or what did you feel?
I didn't.
Or you
I
don't
just
believe
said,
in
why
karma?
me? Why me? Why now? It was like, why now? Because it was I was so close, right? I was so close. It was that entire accident is so vivid in my head, AiR. I was really late for this one night. There was a gala dinner organized for all the 120 girls. We stayed at this one hotel, and I was on the 4th level. So I kept waiting for the elevator and it wouldn't come because obviously it had to, I guess, stop at every level because all the girls were in different levels trying to get there.
Yeah.
So I waited for about 2.5, maybe 3 minutes, and I said, okay, whatever, just let me take the stairs. And I was in high heels.
Oh shit.
And running down that fleet, and then it twisted, and I was like, ow. And I tried to get up, and then I was like, I can't. And then I called my chaperone, and I was like, you know what, I'm between the 2.5 level, just come get me. Then there were paramedics, and then x-rays, and then don't ask me because it was a nightmare.
But here you are good, healthy, fine, happy, everything. How's life treating you now? Are you generally happy, very happy? What do you think of yourself?
I'm over the moon every day. I think I'm very, very happy amongst people. When I'm by myself, I think I reflect a lot. I think a lot. I question a lot. I try to answer questions myself in my limited capacity. And I love my me time. I'm an ambivert maybe. Love my me time. So
how much time do you spend every day in quiet and PQT as personal quiet time?
If I'm not working, most of my time.
Just by to yourself?
Just by myself. Either reading or watching something, or by the window, or feeding the dogs down. Yeah, just by myself. And it's very peaceful. It's very calm. It's very peaceful. I sleep at 10. And there's literally no social life that I have, and I prefer it that way. I have very few friends. When I'm bored, which is probably once in a week, 10 days, then I probably pick the phone, let's go for a movie, let's go for coffee, let's go for lunch.
Other you sleep early and wake up early.
Yeah. Sleep early, wake up early. Also, I love sleep. I love to sleep a lot. If you give me 14 hours, I'll sleep 14 hours at a stretch. And deep sleep, 10 seconds after 10 p.m., you have to wake me up. It'll be like this. Like this.
That's a gift, right? Not everybody in this world can sleep. I'm like that. I can be sitting here and I can fall asleep.
Yeah. Same. Car, sleep. Flight, sleep. Just sleep.
But I sleep only 5 hours a day. You sleep 10
really?
Huh?
You sleep just 5 hours?
5 hours. 5. If I touch 6, it's too much. 5, minimum 5, max 6. So I believe because beauty with purpose. For me, there's no beauty.
Come on, it's all about purpose.
It's all purpose. So some people who are gifted with beauty, they forget purpose. But you're gifted with such beauty. You're gorgeous. You've won the awards. This purpose built very early, since you told me your history, right? You were open. I'm happy that you opened up and shared. I've seen a little bit of it, but it's nice that you say it boldly because you stand for it.
Of course I do, strongly, very strongly.
But at what age did you get into this purpose of life? And was it only after you got the title that you had enough money to do it, or were you doing it little even when you grew up?
So while growing up, I did not have the luxury of money. Yeah. I'm being honest, no luxury of money. I could not even spend 5 rupees and give it to somebody even if I wanted to.
What would you do then?
Went there and spent time with them, teach maths and Marathi. So very close to my house in Pune, there's this NGO, it's called Bal Sangopan. And those people house girls and boys from age 4 to 18. Post 18, they let them go. So I would go there, and whenever I had the time, just teach them maths and Marathi because everything else I couldn't.
But that's very good, right?
Yeah, that's all I would do. Just teach them. Because that's something I could do, not money. Tabhi I didn't have money.
So what I'm saying is, a lot of people have money, have beauty, but they don't have purpose. So today, as I sit with you, I have a purpose. I'm going to ask you, what is the purpose of your life? For example, if you ask me today...
I was just going to ask you that question. You read my mind. You did.
So I became AiR. That was my name was Ravi. And one day I realized, this is Ravi. But I'm not this. I am that which is living in this body. And that's the Atma, the soul, the spirit. So I got this awakening, right? And people think like awakening or enlightenment is a very big thing. It's not. Just like we wake up from sleep, we awaken, we have to awaken to the truth. And I awakened on 31st of August 2014, and since then, my mission is, my purpose of life is just one thing, to help people reach that state of eternal happiness. I'm talking of eternal, seamless, bliss, peace, love, joy. How can you enjoy that?
Is that possible? Is that possible?
That's my mission. Yeah, that's what I am the happiest man in the world. And
So nothing upsets you?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
There must be something that ticks you off.
Nothing.
Oh, come on. Come on.
So something may try to upset me,
Huh.
but I'm like that, you know, that bouncing back doll where you hit the doll. If you go like this, immediately I'm here. Immediately.
What do you tell yourself in that second, even for a split second, if you...
I move from a state of mind to a state of consciousness. See, what happens is all of us, we become unhappy because of the 7 miseries of the mind. There's fear, worry, stress, anxiety, regret, shame and guilt. 7 of these things. We all have fear, worry, stress, anxiety, regret, shame and guilt. This is the mind. Then there are 7 monsters of the ego. Anger, hate, revenge, jealousy, pride, greed and selfishness. So the mind and ego becomes me. As I said, see, if you have beauty, but you don't have purpose, that beauty is skin deep. That beauty won't last. That's just a look, that's an outer. But the purpose of my life became to help people awaken and to reach the state of eternal happiness.
How can we do that?
So you can. If today you decide to become a happiness ambassador, all you've got to do is teach people that they don't know to spell happy. How do you spell happy?
HAPPY.
If you say HAPPY, you cannot be happy. Because happy has to have 3 P's. Happy has to have HAPPY. Because if you don't have 3 P's, you have pleasure, maja. But you don't have peace. And you don't have purpose. Happiness is evolving.
Pleasure, peace and purpose.
And you already...
Pleasure, peace and purpose. Purpose, yes.
Pleasure, yes. You're wearing a beautiful dress because you want to look good.
I always look. That is me all the time.
But that's why you're Miss India, Miss World, right? You are beautiful, you are gorgeous. Why you don't have to, you must be.
No, I'm not arrogant about it. You know, I'm just like, I can look good in shorts also, in pajamas. That's just me. You'll get used to it in some time.
So you're blessed to be beautiful. Everybody is blessed for something. Correct?
Yes.
But achievement is only the first peak of life. People don't hit the second peak called fulfillment. They are not content. Jitna hai, people who are millionaires want to be billionaires.
It's never ending. That's exactly what I was going to ask you. Thank you for just leading me on here. Okay. So, throughout school, if you asked me what I want to be, that's one question. Every teacher would come into our class and say, stand up, say what your name is and say what you want to be. Till my 10th, 11th grade, I've always said, my name's Pooja Chopra. I've come from 1B, 2B, whatever, 2C, 3rd standard, 3C. I want to be an IPS officer, like Kiran Bedi. Again, I think the seed was to be a woman in power, right? Because that's what I always wanted to be, in power, because I knew very early on that power was snatched away from my mother. And this is why we are living like that. So I wanted to be someone in power. I think, but destiny definitely had its role to play. So throughout college, I worked really hard. And when I say hard, AiR, I mean blood, sweat, in every possible way that you can imagine. Like, if I break it down, having 200 pages book, reading books, newspapers, noting everything down, learning it every night. You wake up, you go to school, you go to college, you do your course, class, your modeling, everything, gym. Every night, that's a Bible. और भगवद गीता, मतलब 200 पेज पढ़ना है, फिर आप सो रहे हो. जिम आप रेगुलरली जा रहे हो, आप वेजिटेरियन थे, आपने नॉन वेज शुरू कर दिया बिकॉज यू हैव टू लुक अ सर्टन वे. यू वुड प्लग इन, बनूंगी मैं मिस इंडिया. लाइक इट वाज, आई एम टेलिंग यू,
that was there in your...
It was, passion is a very frail word. It was, हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, जुनून.
Obsession.
I was obsessed. That's the word. I was obsessed with Miss India. Had I not won, I think I would have been the biggest, considered myself at least the biggest loser in my life. It was that. So the moment I won, it took a week actually to sink in, because life goes on too fast after you win. You have press conferences, ads, this is that, shoots, congratulatory news, this, that. After a week, I'm telling you exactly. I was in this presidential suite. I was upgraded immediately after I won. Same kind of suite. I took the chair. The head of the chair made it wear the sash. होता ना यहाँ पे, उसको वो side, the other side, made it wear the sash. And the side table, I kept the crown. And sat there on the bed and just ogled at it. Kept looking. And that's when it sank. I won. I won. But पूरी जिंदगी तो मुझे लगा था कि इसके बाद I don't want anything. I had not thought of life after that at all. What will life be? Do I want to be an actor? Do I want to go back to college? Do I want to do a 9 to 5? Do I want to become an entrepreneur? Do I want to, open an NGO? What do I want? I had never thought about it, because this was the end goal, ambition, everything. But then, why am I still wanting things? It was supposed to end there, right?
And that was how many years back?
Exactly. So I'm not able to understand this. Oh, after that, ab yaar ek na debut film should be blockbuster. That also happened. I want a house in Bombay. वो भी मिल गया. My first car has to be a BMW. वो भी मिल गया. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel भगवान ना ऊपर से देख के बोलता होगा, इसको तो जो दो ना, फिर अब इसको और चाहिए. So I'm not. Where will I stop? I know this is like you just rightly said. You're a millionaire. You want to be a billionaire. So I do want to be one of those people.
So what's the next thing that you want to do? As of today, then tell me what are you wanting?
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So as of for today, what I want is, I want to live in the mountains.
In the mountains?
Yeah. I want to have like a nice glass, like something like this in the mountains. I don't want civilization. I just want mountains. I want a lot of animals. And all day I want to spend playing with animals, going down in the village or town, whatever, spending time with kids and coming back. That's all I want.
That's all you want as of today. Because once you're in that glass house, then you'll be having the next thing in your head.
I hope not, but I don't know. So you please tell me.
So, but you're in that state where achievement you've left behind, right? You've done a lot of achievement.
I've done more than what I ever wanted. Yeah.
But the problem is, we are not content. I travel 15, 20 days in a month. When COVID happened, I went to Kashmir 40 times. Gulmarg, Pahalgam, Srinagar, every now and then. And everybody would come and tell me there, "Sab aap har mahine aate hain, ek achha sa ghar aap le lo. Beautiful house on the stream in Pahalgam I got, or ek houseboat le lo Kashmir mein." I go to Switzerland 10 times a year. I go to Finland, I go to Iceland. I'm also like you. I go to the mountains, I go where there's no civilization. If I land in Zurich, in 2 hours, I'm in Grindelwald or St. Moritz. I'm out. But whenever they tell me, why don't you buy a beautiful house like this? I say it's much cheaper to spend $300 a night on a room on the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
So, all I'm saying, a time comes when you're content. Then it's not that you have to give up pleasure. You don't have to give up the pleasure of being in the mountains and going down and things like that. But you're fulfilled. And when you're fulfilled, it means that you've reached the second peak. कि अभी कुछ नहीं चाहिए. जब कुछ नहीं चाहिए तो सब कुछ मिल गया.
हाँ, yeah. कुछ नहीं चाहिए तो obviously you got everything. You don't want anything more.
And जब तक हमें चाहिए, desire will never quench your thirst. Desire will always make you burst.
It'll keep pushing you though.
And because it's pushing you, you go from pleasure to peace. But you forget purpose. You forget purpose because now I was 16. I started making money. 16 to 40, 25 years, 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money, more business, more name. I was covered by BBC, covered by Wall Street Journal, covered by Euronews, everything. At 40, like you, I said, what next? I was going to open Disney World in India. I was going to open a city, an amusement park, a golf course, with a monorail, with a waterway, with boats. I shut my business at 40. I said, enough.
Abruptly.
Enough. Because I said, I don't want my next 30 years of my life from 40 to 70 just making money. Because what I'm earning, others will be burning. I didn't want money. Happiness doesn't come in earning money. Happiness comes in spending money.
Yes, that I agree.
But people are not doing it. You look at the rich people. They're so busy. You ask the rich people.
They don't have time to spend.
Have you been to Antarctica? They'll say, what's that?
Oh, yeah.
Because
I've
been to Antarctica twice to play with the penguins. So it's beautiful, right? Life can be beautiful if you press the fulfillment button. So you take an exit. We are all driving, zooming on the highway called achievement. We forget, the exits come, we forget the exit called fulfillment. And then, because we forget the fulfillment, हम क्या कर रहे हैं? Zoom. We zoom from womb to tomb. We just zoom. We zoom from womb to tomb.
Where are we living?
And
Where are we living? We're sent to live, to experience.
That is what brings us back to that question. What is the purpose? See, it's very, very important, right? So my purpose, I was telling you, we went away from there. My purpose is to help people discover their purpose. Most people don't know what is the purpose. So I tell them the purpose of your life is to discover the purpose of your life.
How would you know that what you think is your purpose? Is it your purpose?
Because you have to first understand that the mind is misery, ignorance, negativity and desire. MIND is your biggest enemy. And the moment you're in a state of mind, it's bombarding you with thoughts.
Obviously.
Then you can't think. Then the man was riding the horse. Somebody came and asked the guy, Sir, kahan ja rahe? He said, घोड़े से पूछो. He said, ask the horse. Because sometimes the horse becomes the boss.
Yeah, because the reins, you don't have the reins in your hand.
Exactly. If the mind is riding your horse, Pooja, then you don't know where you're going. Then you're going here, that. Of course, you've got lofty, beautiful ambitions. You've done some great work. We'll come to that of the work you've done. But some people have become like human machines. Have you noticed? People, what are we? We are supposed to be human beings. We are supposed to be human being means human being. But we have become human doing. All the time we are doing.
Being, you're not being, you're just... That is a good one. That is a very good one.
This is my mission.
Being.
My mission, like you have a mission, you have a purpose. I don't know whether you know, but when I was 16, when there was success happening.
16?
I started at 16. I bought my first car when I was 18. Yeah,
you're what, 10th grade?
Yeah, I was in 10th grade. Because that's what I was Junoon.
What was your money?
No, I wanted to do something. At 16, I went to Europe and I saw
16,
France and Paris and Spain and London. I saw the stores. I came back and said, India is like a gaon.
Yeah.
At that time, I'm talking about 1980s.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I bought the first retailing in India before the big malls came into India. I brought modern retailing. So at that time I had nothing, but I started doing, for example, charitable work. I used to pick people from the street and put them back on their feet. Today, as we are talking, we are cooking dinner for 600 to 800 people in 2 homes. People from the street, people who are blind, deaf, dumb, all kinds of people. Destitute, abandoned. We have a children's ward which has...
You do?
Yeah, we have a children's ward with dozens of children who are just abandoned. There was a girl child whose mother could not put cream on her face because of the infection. The whole face got corroded. She dropped the 7-month-old child in a dustbin.
No.
Yeah. I can show the pictures. Bhagyashri is the name. And we picked that girl and we gave her a new mother. And today the girl is up running. She's probably getting married because she became perfectly okay.
God bless you, my God.
So I'm just saying there's a purpose. And so it's not just achievement. Because achievement means I could have made more money and more money and more money.
Never ended.
And then you take it, right? And then you're gone. And then what I say, what I earn, others will burn. What's the big deal? So I'm asking you, what is the purpose today? What is the purpose? I know that you had the girl child and you did a lot of work with the girl child. I did this charitable work continues. But my purpose is to make people realize who am I and why am I here. You came to this world, right? You had this problem with your father and all that. I don't know whether it's personal. I don't want to ask you any personal questions on that front. But I'm sure you must have asked yourself the question, why the hell, man? Why the hell my dad did this? Why the hell my mother had to have this? I'm sure this question must have come.
When I was young.
In Hindi, that's a nice song. I've written 90 books in English and I've written 1500 songs in Hindi. So I write in English and I sing in Hindi. So in Hindi, I tell people, वो क्या मेरी तकदीर जो पैदा हुआ मैं संसार में आया मैं संसार में आया मैं क्यों क्या मैंने किया है मुक्ति मुझे पाना है मुझे मोक्ष पाना है फिर क्यों फंसा मैं संसार में मैं फंसा क्यों क्या मैंने किया है What the hell have I done? Why am I here?
No, that brings me to one question. So are you, of whatever little bit I could pick up from the song, are you trying to say that we're born as humans, is that a curse?
It's not curse, it's a karma.
But is it bad karma?
So I'm asking you, I love dogs. We have a lot of dogs.
I love dogs.
So we have many dogs in our office.
Yeah, I didn't even see one.
So you'll see them all now. They'll all be here. So why were you and me not born as a dog?
Because हमने कुछ अच्छा किया होगा ना कर्म.
So कर्म जो करेंगे वो हम पाएंगे. But I discovered the purpose of life is not to be born as a dog, not to be even born as a human being.
Then
the purpose of life is to be free from karma and to become one with the divine. And this is difficult for a common person to understand because we don't understand who am I. If somebody asks you who are you, what would you say? Hi, I'm
Pooja Chopra.
Yeah, but you are not Pooja Chopra.
But you won't be like I'm a spirit or I'm a soul. You know what I mean?
Your name is Pooja.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a question. When were you born?
1985, 3rd
Date.
of May.
3rd of May. 3rd of May they celebrate your birthday? Correct? But 3rd of May is on your Aadhaar card.
Yeah.
It's on your passport.
Yeah.
But it's not your birthday.
Because you're saying that before this I've been born many other
on
times.
3rd of May you came out of your mother.
Yeah.
But on 2nd of May you were alive in your stomach.
Yeah.
How could you be born on 3rd then?
So I was conceived obviously much earlier, 9 months earlier.
That was when you were born. So I in my office they are banned from celebrating birthday. They have to celebrate. बधाई हो बधाई आगमन दिन की तुमको आगमन दिन ये तुम्हारा जन्मदिन नहीं ये तो आगमन दिन ये तुम्हारा. So you are allowed to celebrate it, but it's your arrival day.
Yeah, you were born obviously.
You were conceived. See, when you were conceived 9 months back in your mother's womb, can you change your mother?
No. I mean, I wouldn't want to.
No, you cannot. You're not in your hands.
Yeah.
Because you have no power to change.
Yeah.
Did you choose your mother and father? No. Even your mother and father did not choose you. You said your father did not want a girl child. But he had no chance to stop you. Your father could not stop Pooja Chopra from entering. And this shows us that none of us can stop the divine plan.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah, this earth is rotating. Who in this world can stop it?
No one.
Nobody can stop it. Nobody can stop this show. So this is what I teach people. I try to make people understand. You were born on 3rd of May, you said, but it's not you. From today, when you cut your cake, you'll think, "Arey, AiR ne bola, this is my I'll cut the same
date of
cake."
arrival. Yeah.
But I'll put that's my date of arrival.
Arrival.
Then
Arrived on 3rd
9
of
months
May.
before, what were you?
An egg.
You were just a cell. Mother's egg and father's sperm. When it's fertilized, you got like a match, it strikes. You were fertilized, you were conceived. Why do they say conceived? Because you were already conceived. Now ask yourself as an intelligent girl, if that cell did not have life, how did it multiply to 2 and 4 and 8?
Obviously it had life. It had life beating. The heart was beating.
The heart was built much later.
Yeah.
So your heart came first or you came first?
Heart.
No.
I came first.
The zygote, the first cell, 9 months before 3rd of May. That was Pooja Chopra.
Yeah.
1 dot. From that 1 dot, think about it. No, you can argue with me. From that 1 dot, 2 and 4 and 8. Then the heart, the lungs, the kidneys, the liver.
The other organs of the body.
But what came first?
The cell.
In that cell was the soul, the spark of unique life.
Yes.
And that soul had energy. And that energy created a little baby girl whose name was Pooja Chopra.
So you're saying it was all destined?
it is all governed by a divine law. And in reality, the beauty is that cell is actually a spark of unique life. चाय तो पीती है ना? इसको क्या बोलते हैं?
Kullad.
No, there's nothing like having a kullad chai. No?
Oh yeah.
You have chai तो chai
This is still polished wala, like the गांव में you get ना proper मट्टी वाला, उसका अलग taste होता
पर
है.
ये भी इससे ये किससे बनी है?
Earth, ये this
मट्टी से ना?
मट्टी से ही.
So this is mud or earth, clay, whatever, mud,
clay.
earth, clay.
Clay.
So, but when we see this, we say it's a kullad.
Yeah.
We say it's a glass. We say it's a pot. But a pot
I get
and a
point.
plate and even a statue of God is made of what?
Same material.
So that cell that you are made of and the cell that I am made of are made of the same energy.
The
That-
souls are different.
Huh?
Souls are different.
This kullad is different and that kullad is different.
Yeah.
But mitti is same or different?
Same.
The light in this bulb is different.
Yeah.
And the light in this bulb is different.
Yeah.
But both are coming from where? From different sources of electricity or one main source?
One main source.
We have-
Yeah. Okay.
The purpose of life is to discover that main source,
Which is the one main source.
which is SIP. S-I-P.
Sip.
S-I-P means a supreme immortal power. And that supreme immortal power, science calls it dark matter and dark energy. Science says this whole universe and all the galaxies are made up only of energy. Science has proved in
Energy,
quantum
everything
physics,
has energy.
in quantum physics and quantum mechanics, they say, but I'm sorry, you were trying to ask me a question, so have you lost it or you?
No, it's there. It's there.
So my point is that, see, this is my purpose. I was at that point. My purpose is to help people.
Find the purpose.
In Bollywood, they say, Zindagi ka safar hai ye,
कैसा सफर
koi samjha nahi, koi
जाना नहीं.
But I told that guy, I was with a Bollywood celebrity, I said, गलत गा रहा है. He said, नहीं, सही गा रहा हूँ.
सही है.
I said, नहीं, गलत गा. He said, क्या है? I said, जिंदगी एक सफर, मोक्ष का ये सफर, कौन हूँ मैं, जानना ये, और क्यों आया यही, कर्मों के कारण ही जीते हैं हम सभी, कर्मों से हो मुक्ति, मोक्ष पाना यही. So I don't speak spirituality, I speak reality. Unfortunately, we think reality is something else and spirituality is something else. Spirituality is the science of the truth. Spirituality is not God. Spirituality has nothing to do with God.
It's goodness. No, spirituality equal to goodness.
It's reality. What I just told you. You are that part. You are a part of that divine, immortal. So one day, will you die? Yes, we all will die or no?
Everyone.
Every body will die.
Yeah.
But you will not die.
What if this is my last janam? I finish all my purpose karma and then?
Then you become one with the Supreme.
Yes. So then this is the
Then
last.
you achieved your purpose.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You have some things to ask me.
Yeah. So are you saying, since you were talking about destiny, do we have free will, or do you believe that we are here because SIP, like you say, had charted this out, figured this out, governed this for us to be here today? Or was it my free will? Was it your free will that we've chosen to be here today, have this conversation?
So in your garden, if there's an apple tree, do you have a free will that on the apple tree you should have jackfruits? On the apple tree, can you?
How can you?
Why can't you get jackfruits on the apple tree?
No, how can you? Nah?
Because
Because the seed is apple seed, the tree is apple tree. How can you
Correct,
have
na?
jack? Yeah.
So if somebody has already planted a seed, then you don't have a chance of changing the fruit. But if I plant a jackfruit seed tomorrow,
Then jackfruit will come. No, not that.
I'm telling you. So therefore, if you're driving a car, you drive, you don't drive.
COVID, I learned to drive.
Okay, when you drive a car, can you go left or right?
Of course.
Forward or backward?
Yeah.
Fast or slow?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you change the road?
Yeah, you take the road that you want
Can
to
you
take.
can you make the road up or down? Can you change the road?
No.
Why you can't change the road?
Because that is what
Because
it
that is already built.
It's all,
So we have two types of karma.
Oh.
One type of karma you can't change. That's predetermined. And one type of karma you can change.
Okay, this I
No, it's very
never heard
simple.
before.
See, karma is
Two
like
types of karmas.
Alaknanda and Bhagirathi, the two rivers became Ganga. Sangam ho jata hai.
I've been to Sangam.
Yeah, Devaprayag. So beautiful. The two rivers become one river.
Yeah.
Then can you say in Ganga which is Alaknanda and which is Bhagirathi? Can you say? You can't say. Why? They both have merged to one. So your karma today as Pooja Chopra, everything happening in your life, everything happening in your life is a reaction of a past action.
My action.
Yeah. Now, some action you did 1 year back, 2 years back, 5 years back, 10 years back, 20 years back. Some actions you did even before you were born. What you did before you were born, you can't change. But today I'm asking you, today as you get up from here, when you go outside, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can order whatever you want to eat. You can take up dogs from a street and you can put dogs in a home care.
First time.
We have two types of karma. One karma we can't change.
The past life wala karma.
And even what you did yesterday.
Yeah.
Can you change?
Past, no.
If I give you 10 crores, go back and change yesterday's karma.
No, can't.
But can you change today's karma?
Yeah.
What you're doing now? Can you choose your free will? Can you choose whatever you want to do now? Can I force you to do anything? Or we have a free will?
That's my question.
I'm asking you, when you walk out from here now, this moment.
But am I doing it because I'm supposed to do it, or am I doing it because I want to do it?
You're doing it. If you're doing it because the mind is making you do it, then you're a slave of the mind. But still you're doing it, you're creating karma. But if you're in consciousness and you're doing it with your intellect, then you're intelligently choosing your karma. We choose karma in two ways. One, the mind makes us blind and we create bad karma. Haven't you sometimes something bad and say, shit man, ऐसे क्यों किया यार? Has it happened or not happened? ऐसे क्यों बना उसको यार? ऐसे इसको क्यों गुस्सा किया?
Yeah, you feel bad.
But
then
you can
apologize, chilla.
ठीक है? Can you change that?
No.
Done. Karma is recorded. But you can change, you can call that person and say,
Yeah, and say,
अरे भाई, sorry यार, वो समोसा ना मैं ऑर्डर किया आपको चिल्लाया, गरम नहीं था यार, माफ कर देना यार, please. You have a free will. You have a free will to choose your current action. But you don't have a free will to choose your past action.
But am I choosing what I'm choosing because I'm supposed to be somewhere? Or do
No,
somewhere?
you are not a puppet. You are not a puppet. You have a free will.
Okay.
You can choose what you want to do. You can be whom you want to be, and you did. You became Miss India.
Was the destiny? Because sometimes I feel so strangely. Okay, this is very spooky. I find it spooky to date. So, Mum was shown the door with the two of us from Calcutta.
Correct. That was her karma. Don't regret it. Otherwise, you have to believe God was cruel. No, God is not cruel.
No. God was not cruel at all. So, like I said, when I was a child, I would think, yaar, jab chote hote na, especially I'm talking about say late 80s, early 90s, all kids ask, no, but daddy kahan hai, papa kahan hai?
You feel shit, you feel lousy about it.
And imagine say early 90s, there was no concept of divorce as such.
Yeah.
So I would say, nahi, wo abroad rehte hain, wo छुट्टियों में ही आते हैं. Because your school, they would say, मम्मी आती है, पापा कहाँ है, पापा क्या करते हैं, पापा कहाँ है, and you'd feel very embarrassed.
That's your mom's karma. You have a doubt on that?
No, my doubt is not that. My doubt is of course, later in life, I understood. So the karma. Mum was shown the door from Calcutta, right? With the two of us.
Correct.
I was in Calcutta just for 20 days.
Correct.
What are the odds of Miss India holding its first pageant in the history of 70 years in Calcutta? For the first time, Miss India East happened in Calcutta.
Sure.
Right? So when I applied, they said, oh, you're born in Calcutta, so you can apply from Calcutta.
Okay.
If you win the Calcutta pageant, as a winner, Miss India East, you get a direct entry to Miss India top 10 finalists.
Okay.
I said, okay, since I qualify, I'd like to apply from Calcutta, and applied from Calcutta. So my entire journey to, you call this stardom, you call this femdom, you call this my purpose, started from Calcutta. Exactly the same place where Mum was shown the door because of me. I took the crown and I put on her head exactly in Calcutta that Mum, you're the queen. So what are the odds? And when I sit and join the dots, I feel that I was just a medium. Mum had to see this fame or I don't know, just he had to give it to her in some way, and he chose me to do it, because otherwise I never chose, like I told you, I didn't choose this path for myself.
No, but you cannot say that, because all the hard work you did was conscious effort. Don't tell me you were doing everything, right from the time.
I wanted to.
Junoon tha na, you said.
Yeah.
Then how can they, what is the junoon?
क्यों था? मतलब suddenly कैसे आ गया?
Can a dog decide कि मुझे आज पिज्जा चाहिए?
नहीं.
Can he say बिरयानी चाहिए?
Whatever he gets.
Only a human being can say. The human being is the only species. A tree cannot tell you, hey, move me man. थक गया मैं, move करो मुझे tree. झाड़ बोल सकता है. Any living creature, any living plant, tree, bird, fish, anything, they cannot decide.
Yeah.
But a human being can decide. A human being is the only one who has given the right of enlightenment. The human being is the only one who can discover, who am I? Where did I come from? Today I am talking to you on this subject, कि तुम कौन हो, पूजा चोपड़ा हो, कैसे हो, क्या हो. How many people have spoken to you about these things in all your life? Very few. I don't know, 1, 2. How many people are only bothered about a pizza में थोड़ा extra cheese डालो यार, फिर mushroom डालो, olive डालो यार. We are only bothered what we eat, what we wear, what we drink, how we look. We are not thinking, okay, who am I? Why did I come here? This is purpose. And this purpose, if we discover, then we become that. In the Upanishad it says, Neti Neti Tattvamasi. Have you heard this? Neti Neti means not this, not this.
Okay.
You are not this body. This body, was 1 cell, 2 cells.
Yeah.
And you're not even the mind. I gave you a ball.
Yes.
What's the color and the shape?
Yellow. Where is it? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's yellow.
Yeah.
What's the color of the mind?
I don't know if it has a
You've seen the color of the brain and the heart?
They shoot as something between pink and red.
Correct. But the mind?
I don't know.
Nobody has seen the mind.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the mind. You haven't.
No.
Do you know why? Because the mind doesn't exist.
It's in our mind.
It's
The mind is in
the
our
mind is just a bundle of thoughts. It is nothing but
that refuses to leave us all the time.
it's drilling you and killing you. But the moment you move from mind, state of mind, to a state of consciousness, then you enjoy peace, love and bliss.
Is this transition easy?
Yes, still the mind. Because when you still the mind, you kill the mind.
You think it's that easy?
Absolutely.
What, just still the mind? No, I've been struggling. So I went for
That's why you're meeting me today.
No, someone like me who's chat all the time, like I've been on chatterbox all my life. To a point, Nani says कि अगर इंडिया में क्या वर्ल्ड में बात करने पे टैक्स भरना होता, you would have been the highest tax. This is what my granny says. ठीक है? I chap a lot, चपर full time. So someone like me, so मैंने बहुत try किया meditate करना, मुझसे नहीं हुआ. मैंने कहा I am an extreme person. I went for 10 days. Vipassana. And I completed it. So I'm a very ziddi person. Very ziddi.
So when you were in those 10 days, did you find some silence?
I cried on the 3rd day. I got a very bad dream about my sister. I cried cats and dogs. But yeah. Silence
You found peace. You found some peace, na?
But then I came out and so it was...
Because this 10 days doesn't work. You need
Something
to learn
should
the
have
art. You need to learn the art how to block the mind and lock the mind.
Is there a key that you can give me, please? Where is the key? The book is here, the ball is here, the key, please.
I'm going to give you the books that I have. There's a way to move from mind. You have to flip. It's called, you ask me for the key. I don't have a key, but I have a coin. I carry it in my pocket. I have one, luckily I'll give it to you. You have to flip.
Okay.
You have to flip. What is this called?
AiR-Atman.
Mind. You have to flip from mind to
consciousness.
Whoa. Every time you are in a state of mind, you have to flip.
Consciousness.
And that is only when you realize, ये साला मन जो है, मन दुश्मन. मन कौन है?
दुश्मन.
मन है दुश्मन. When you realize, you have to kill the mind, otherwise the mind will kill you. You make up your mind in the sense you make up your resolve. You say, I am going to stop this damn it mind, which is mind is misery, ignorance, negativity and desire. M-I-N-D. People are fooled by the mind. The mind says, Nana, people think the mind is king.
Yeah,
But the
because they
mind-
make all the decisions and everything.
That's
thinking,
not the mind.
Then what is it?
That's the intellect. That's the intelligence.
So the thoughts is the mind, right?
Yeah, a bundle of toxic thoughts.
Toxic.
Now there are two types of thoughts.
Huh.
Positive thoughts and negative thoughts.
See, what about random thoughts?
Random thoughts are third
Intellect
type.
or consciousness or mind?
For example, the thought you're thinking, today is a cool day. Neither positive nor negative. But you have thought,
Oh yeah, okay. Huh.
That toxic thought is coming from where?
Mind.
From mind.
Oh.
And positive thoughts are good thoughts. So we are getting all kind of thoughts in our life based on our karma. Our karma, otherwise, see, I'll give you a challenge. 10 crores today in 1 minute. But it'll take a few minutes. Stop breathing.
I can, not for a very long time.
You can, you know this. You can, even you are not able to stop breathing. Because breathing also is not in your hands. Somebody else is causing you to breathe. When you sleep, you don't stop breathing, right? How come? You said you sleep 10 o'clock sharp. And you say you draw your dead to the world. But you're still breathing.
Yeah.
Who's making you breathe?
That's how it's meant to be.
That's same way you can't stop thinking.
But you just said mind is toxic thoughts.
Yeah, not-
Fortunately, like, I mean, I don't mean to boast. I'm being very honest here because I really need, maybe in whatever way it can help me take something out from this entire conversation. Maybe 5-7% because I grew up
5-7%
of. That's what I'm trying to think. Do I even have toxic thoughts? You know what I
Let
mean?
me ask you. You have fear or no fear?
Oh yeah.
You have worry or no worry?
Yeah.
You have stress or no stress?
Yeah.
Anxiety?
Yeah.
Some regret?
Okay, stop.
This is the
Oh,
mind.
God.
This is the mind.
I was thinking toxic against someone, is
No, see,
like
if you're in
that.
consciousness,
Yeah.
if you're in consciousness, when a negative thought enters, your consciousness catches it and says, tuck, out. Another toxic thought enters, your intellect says, tuck.
Understood.
And if you are not in consciousness, if you are
then
not,
it'll just keep multiplying, increasing.
it becomes a bundle. It becomes a bundle of toxic thoughts, and then you are no
miserable. Yeah, makes life miserable. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Oh, during COVID, yeah. A lot of these toxic.
COVID is also mind, because COVID did not kill as many people as the fear of COVID.
Oh no, it killed.
It killed, but I tell you what was bigger. The whole
the
world
fear.
shut down for 2 years. Can you believe what?
Can you? It's unfathomable, unbelievable.
So the problem is
Yeah, the
this.
fear. Yeah.
Fear. You know what is fear? You know what is fear? Fear is not a danger.
It's not a danger.
Fear is F-E-A-R. False expectation appearing real.
Yeah.
So who is creating this fear?
The mind. 100%.
And if you eliminate the mind, you have faith. What is faith?
It'll be fine.
F-A-I-T-H. Full assurance in the heart.
I like this acronym.
You have hope. You know what's hope?
Yeah, I like hope. I love hope.
Hope is H-O-P-E. Having only positive expectations.
Is there a book full of these acronyms that you have? If not, you should make one.
I'll give you everything. So, the mind creates the ego.
How do I?
You know ego. Ego ka matlab pata hai? What is
I am
ego?
definition.
You have ego. What is ego? Tell me.
I don't say sorry easily and
No, sorry chodo na. What is
Yeah.
ego?
ego is Mama says I have a lot of ego because I don't say sorry easily. Because if I feel I'm not wrong, I'm not going to say sorry.
But what is ego?
Ego is pride,
Where does pride come from?
the head,
Head.
mind.
No. So the mind makes you say,
Yeah.
I am Pooja Chopra. पता है मैं कौन हूँ?
That I am, na?
But you are not that.
Yeah, but
I just reminded you that 3rd of May, this baby came.
yeah.
What
That's
were you
right.
9 months before? What did you do? Tell me, what did you do to become Pooja Chopra?
I worked so hard. You forgot?
See, this is what. This is the wrong identity.
Yeah.
You know who you are in reality? You know, or you don't know? इंसान मैं नहीं, सच में भगवान हूँ, दिखता जो मैं वो नहीं, आत्मा में हूँ।
तो वैसे तो सब आत्मा है।
अनुभूति हो गई, एहसास हो गया। You know, you're saying सब में भगवान ना?
Yeah.
सब में प्रभु, ऐसे का सॉन्ग, सब में प्रभु को देख के सबसे प्यार करना, प्रभु से प्यार करने का एक ही है रास्ता, सबसे प्यार।
और जब वो तुमको बैडली कुछ करेंगे तो?
कोई बैडली करता नहीं, सब कर्मा का एक ड्रामा चल रहा है। There is no trauma. If you realize that in this drama, everything is karma.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. That if something terrible happens to you, you say that that person did not inflict this on me. This happened because it's supposed to happen.
Because you did something. Only settling your old action.
Okay, so something happened with me because of my past karma, or because I'm supposed to learn something from what happened.
No, supposed to learn. That's rubbish. Your dad did not throw you out of the house for nothing, my dear. Never curse him again from today onwards. I'm sorry. I don't. What I mean, it was meant to be.
I think if that wouldn't have happened, I don't think I would have done what I did.
You would not be Pooja Chopra?
At all. I would not be here.
So be grateful.
No,
Change. This is where everything is divine. Everything in this world is a divine story unfolding. And Pooja, we are all manifestations of that one. A wave. A wave thinks I'm a wave. It doesn't understand I'm the ocean.
Oh, that's deep.
Think about it.
That's deep, but yeah, it's all about the ocean.
You appear, you appear from the ocean and you go back to the ocean. This is what is the secret of happiness. Ego creates anger, hate, revenge, jealousy, pride, greed and selfishness.
Anger I have a lot, not the other. Anger I have a lot.
क्यों?
मुझे गुस्सा आता है.
कभी-कभी has your teeth bit your tongue by mistake like that?
खाते time, I'm chewing sometimes, yeah.
Did your tongue hit your teeth back?
Can't, how?
Why not do? Because ये भी मैं हूँ. लेकिन मैं उसको मारने के लिए तैयार हूँ. लात मारूंगा साले, तो मैं लात मार. There's a beautiful song. It says, नामदेव ने पकाई. नामदेव, he was a saint.
Okay.
नामदेव ने पकाई, रोटी कुत्ते ने उठाई.
उसकी किस्मत की होगी ना?
नामदेव ने पकाई, रोटी कुत्ते ने उठाई, पीछे घी का कटोरा लेके वो भागे. कुत्ते के भाग रहा है. किसी ने बोला, अरे क्या यार तुम सेंट नामदेव हो, कुत्ते ने रोटी ने छोड़ो ना, भूखा होगा. वो क्या बोलता है?
घी लगा के खाने दे उसको. So sweet. समझ लगी.
प्रभु रोटी सूखी तो ना खाओ. कुत्ते से कहता है, रोटी सूखी तो ना खाओ, प्रभु घी तो लेके जाओ. रूप अपना क्यों मुझसे छुपा रहे, दिखने में है वो नहीं, सच में प्रभु वो तू ही. मुझे एहसास हो गया है भगवान ये, पत्ते पत्ते में है झांकी भगवान की. You know, life has a bigger purpose. We human beings, we have forgotten. You are beauty, no doubt. Very beautiful, very gorgeous, very intelligent. But what is the use if that ultimate purpose you don't get? In Bollywood, there was a movie created from 50, 60, 70 years. Have you heard of the movie Satyam Shivam Sundaram? Heard? What's the meaning? Satyam?
Satya.
Shivam?
Truth. Shivam, Shiv, God.
And Sundaram?
Beauty.
So your beauty. What is the connection of your beauty with Satyam Shivam Sundaram?
The beauty that has truth and is godly.
Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Satya ये है. हिंदी में तो हिंदी is good, no?
Yeah.
सत्य ये है कि शिव ही सुंदर है.
Oh my God, I was so far off the mark.
Look at this truth. सत्य क्या है?
Yeah.
सत्य ये है कि शिव ही सुंदर है. फूल भी सुंदर, तितली सुंदर, पंछी भी सुंदर है, बादल सुंदर, पहाड़ भी सुंदर, जग में जो दिखता है अति सुंदर, जो भी सुंदर वो शिव है. All beauty is a manifestation of the divine.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a very important question. Someone had asked me about a couple of years ago. So this gentleman asked me, do you believe in God? I said, not God, but I believe in an energy. I believe there's something. So he said, अच्छा, तो energy मतलब क्या? So I said, energy मतलब कोई तो है. In my head, it gives me hope. That because I can't go share with someone, at least there's some hope that I pray to, someone I go to, ask for. वो मेरे लिए कुछ है. So he started laughing, atheist person, he started laughing, he said, so according to you, there's this energy up in the sky who's keeping a track record. कि एयर ने आज एक पाप किया, एक पुण्य किया, पूजा ने एक पाप किया, 3 पुण्य किया. Are you saying that happens? Do you know how many people there are in this entire universe and how many universes? How many people do you think up there is to keep a track of every truth, paap,
you gave him the answer. Do you give him the answer or no?
So and he's like, think about it. And I was like,
Answer पता नहीं पता है. So simple.
Please tell me. I hope he's
First
here.
you tell me, Pooja Chopra, what battery do you run on?
On me?
What is the battery? What is that power?
Life?
UPS? Cord? Show me the wire. Where's the wire?
No, there's no wire.
So there's the power inside you.
Yeah.
That power is in each one of us.
Okay.
And that power is recording everything.
Oh, so you're saying, how will I record everything?
You are not recording. That power is recording.
The
So you
Atma, the spirit, the soul,
The
is
Atma,
recording.
The spirit is a power. And that power is recording everything that you are doing. And actually, the beauty is, you are that power. You are not this.
But I'm recording everything that I'm doing, and then
That power is recording. Let me give you the ultimate secret of life, which you'll understand. Death will happen or death won't happen.
inevitable.
Everybody will die.
Yeah.
At death, one of two things happens. If we have karma, good or bad, the body will die. Will this Pooja Chopra ever come back as Pooja Chopra?
You never know.
Pooja Chopra can never come back. Never, no, Muhammad Ali cannot come back, and Mahatma Gandhi cannot come back
How
as
can you
Mahatma
be
Gandhi.
so sure?
No, because he cannot. All these toward year 20 centuries we've seen that we know of now. That Jesus cannot come back as Jesus. He may come back as another person. The same physical, the same.
But maybe in another universe.
No, that's your
Metaverse.
this is just right. So the point is, when the body, okay, let me ask you a question. What happens to the body when it dies? The Egyptians used to keep them as mummies.
Mummies.
Why, you know? They thought it
preserve
zinda
them.
hoga.
Really?
Yeah, then
They would preserve them.
for what? Hoping that ever that life would come back in them.
That was the thought behind
Then
it.
why today we are burning our mother's body, our father's body? Are we mad? We are burning it because we know
That they're never coming back.
it's over. At death, one of two things happens. If Pooja Chopra has karma, Pooja Chopra will die. But the me, the mind and ego, me, out of ignorance, there's no mind and ego. Because we think I am Pooja Chopra.
Yeah.
Because you think I am the ego, I am Pooja Chopra, your mind and ego thinks that me carries karma and comes back as another baby. Another cell that was conceived 9 months before, and because of your past karma you carry karma and come back again and again and again and again.
But you don't know you'll come back as human, as
Based on your karma.
So
The
this-
day you realize I am not Pooja Chopra.
So are you saying Mahatma Gandhi ji was, or Mother Teresa was good karma or bad karma?
Combination of two karma. Past karma, present karma becomes one karma. One karma we did before our birth, and one karma we did after we came to earth.
So they had a very, very tumultuous life, right? Extremely tumultuous
But we
life.
cannot make out which part of Ganga is Bhagirathi and Alaknanda. Once karma merges into a sangam of two karmas, nobody in the world can tell you which particle is which. One karma we were born, and one karma we did after we were born.
Yeah.
And if we don't realize, I am not this, I am air. Why have I become air? I
It's
am not
only
this.
present.
I have no karma. I have stopped having.
How can you have to have some karma? That's
But
why
I'm
you're
not doing it. SIP is doing it. I am free.
good or bad.
Good or bad?
So then I can do anything and say, I'm not doing anything. Sip is
You
doing
must actually not do. I actually don't do.
What do you mean you don't do?
I surrendered completely. I have become an instrument of the divine. I don't do anything of my own free will. I have become a puppet of the Supreme. When you realize you are nothing, I started with nothing.
I'm nothing.
Achieved something. Became everything. I started with nothing, achieved something, became everything, only to realize
That
I
I'm
am
nothing. But what do you mean that you're a puppet?
I mean,
How does he send you messages? You get messages every
I
day?
write a book every month. I don't write.
Huh?
I don't write. Chetan Bhagat takes 3 years to write a book. He's the best author in India, one of the best authors.
Yeah,
I take one book a month.
And you don't write?
I don't
Who writes the books?
It comes to me.
What do you mean it comes?
Like an SMS. Do you put SMS in your phone?
Yeah.
You don't do anything. It comes to you.
How can a book come to you?
I write all the songs I'm singing to you. I get a song in 10 minutes. A whole song. मंत्र जीने का
Come on.
शांति आनंद प्यार सूत्र जीने का शांति आनंद प्यार Nikhil Kamatov, Nikhil do Bombay, he's called Bollywood music guy. He sent me music. In 10 minutes I sent him back the words. खोजे हर इंसान यहाँ शांति सुख और प्यार फंस के जग जंजाल में लौटता है बार बार.
How can I sign up for this? That, I don't do anything, everything just comes to me.
You have to ask the question, who am I?
I'm cool.
And you have to realize Pooja Chopra is just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful manifestation of somebody who's even more beautiful.
Clearly.
Have you heard this song? तुझे देख कर जग वाले पर यकीन ही क्यों तर होगा जिसकी रचना इतनी सुंदर वो कितना सुंदर होगा.
क्या बात है.
Thank you for patiently listening to the video. And if you have questions, if you want to contact me, just WhatsApp me on 98451 55555. WhatsApp India 919845155555. But if you want to get answers to your questions, then come on Zoom, and the Zoom ID is on your screen. Every day at 8, you will find answers to all the difficult questions of life. See you there.